Okay, Iris, you had a bit of a trip here, coming all the way from Unova, flying all the way over to little old Johto, heading to Goldenrod City and taking a personalized cab all the way to New Barktown so you could meet the professor here and get your first ever Pokemon. So, I'll say it was a bit of a bumpy ride. You saw some Pokemon along the way. And then the cab comes to a halt as you see the rural area of New Barktown.
Oh my god, she's tiny compared to the professor. She's not the tallest one, but holy shit. Professor Elm, where have you been from, like, gold to fucking heart gold? Holy shit, you've been hitting the gym, man? Oh, never mind.
There
Iris
you go.
has now been hitting the gym.
After this, you basically just see his, the cab driver basically just, like, gives you your stuff, and he drives off. And you basically see that, you look around this place, and it is extremely quiet. This is a very, quiet and more rural-like area.
She'll pull out her, phone, just kind of like pulling up her GPS, and then she'll see, yep, this is the right town. She'll look around one more time. Is there anybody walking around, or is it just kind of
No, it is actually extremely quiet. You only see there is one man outside at the minute who seems to be feeding some birds. Other than the mills that are spinning next to people's houses that you can only assume that generate power. No, there is nobody outside. Only him.
She'll just kind of say aloud, wow, this place is very much like a ghost town. And she will start trying to like pull up the info on where she needs to meet up with Professor Elm and walk forward as she kind of takes a look around the town, trying to familiarize herself with it, although soon enough she will be leaving this town to start her adventure.
Okay. And you basically just see with looking on your phone. It actually does show you like a proper picture of the professor's lab because the professor is a very famous person. He's obviously had fans, like people come to like see where he lives. So you do like immediately after like walking around the town like for a bit. It does not take you that long to figure out that okay, yeah, this place right here. As you see, there's still the man sitting out here with some Pokemon.
She shall approach the man being spoken like. Does he fit the description of the professor? As she kind of gets closer and looks at him.
As you walk up, you basically do see a man like with decently cut hair. As you see, there is like some floof in the middle of his head, and you basically see that oh yeah, this looks like Professor Elm.
Excuse me, Professor Elm.
He looks at you and says, "Oh, yeah, that's me. Hello. Do you need anything?"
Pleasure to meet you. I am Iris.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm assuming you know who I am. And he basically like says to you, I'm guessing you're a Pokemon trainer?
Well, hoping to become one. I was informed that that you should be the guy that I talk to whenever it comes to obtaining my first Pokemon.
He looks at you and says, "Oh, well then say no more. All right, then follow me. You're actually the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7th, 8th person to come here for a Pokemon. All right, come on, follow me." And he basically sees as he takes you into his lab.
Sounds like you have a busy schedule.
He says, "Oh nah, those kids actually made this town the most noisiest it's been in quite a long time. That's one of the reasons why I actually lived here. I actually enjoy the peace and quiet. Nice to get away."
Yes, no, this place isn't abandoned or anything, is it?
No. People usually just stay inside once in a while, and there aren't a lot of people who live in New Barktown. This is like one of the most smallest towns in the entirety of the Johto region. It's something like Palatown if you've ever heard of it.
I think I heard something about that place with the trainer Red, but I cannot imagine living in a quiet place like this. I'm so used to the bustling noises of Nimbasa City.
You're from the Unova region.
Yep, traveled all the way from Nimbasa City to Australian City, all the way to here by plane. First, I got there by subway car.
Well, then I'd say think of Palatown.
I don't know if you've heard of the.
Oh, he basically says to you, well, then think of Palatown and New Barktown, something like Nuvema Town in the Unova region.
Oh, I think I visited there once. Very small, quiet place. A friend of my mother lives there, I think.
You basically come into the lab, and you basically it's a very small and quiet area. Nothing. It doesn't seem to be anything like too extraordinary or anything like that. And he basically like walks over to you, and he basically says, "All right, so basically hand out basically Johtoian starters." And you basically see as he just like shows you there's Cyndaquil, Totodile, and Chikorita. Which one are you interested in picking? And you basically just see all the Pokeballs right in front of you.
Chikorita sounds kind of cool. She picks up the Pokeball, the little grass symbol on it.
As you pick up the Pokeball, and you basically click it open, you basically see as you try to do that, it's empty.
And she audibly like makes the noise as she looks down at the empty Pokeball. One of her eye twitches, like, what?
And you basically just see as Professor Elm, well, nope, I've already been through this multiple times. I'm not doing this again. You basically see as he just like opens the rest of them and just to be sure, he clicks the last 2 Pokeballs. They're empty as well. Oh, right, I gave these Pokemon away. Alright, sorry about that. I have a plan B. Sorry about that. A bit forgetful. Don't worry. You basically see as he runs over to the more lower downstairs of his slab. And you see after a bit of time, he comes back and he basically says, "Okay." And you basically
while he's gone, can I take a little look-see at what's over here?
So, okay. So you take a little look inside the shelf, and you basically see that I will say it is open. And you basically do see, you feel like something was supposed to be here, but it's gone. And the only thing you see left is a singular strand of red hair. Only thing you see there. And you basically see
stuff is this man doing?
And you basically see as he comes back and says, "Oh, hey, alright, I'm back." And you basically see as he comes out with a tray of Pokemon eggs.
What's up with this red hair?
And he basically says, "Oh, wait, don't actually touch that. That is a crime scene."
What, it's a crime scene? She says as she steps back, like, just hands in the air, like, wait, why isn't there no, like, tape around it?
You basically just see, he says, no. Okay, let me explain. So, I had a this is actually the shelf where I kept all of my Pokedexes, but I recently got my last one stolen by some kid with red hair. And he stole one of my starter Pokemons, too. He stole Totodile.
This is out of character knowledge for me. Does anybody in our main cast besides Silver have red hair? Like Penelope, Callahan?
Sadly,
Rowan?
no. Nobody no one has red hair.
Damn, I can't make any.
I would
any
love
funny
out of character. I would have loved if that happened. That would have genuinely been a funny character moment. I would have loved that so much. I wish somebody had red hair, but sadly, no one.
Okay, that. Just curious.
No, you are A-okay for that. Just know, if that happened, I would have fucking loved that shit.
She runs into, like, Rowan, like, red hair? Has a Pokemon? So you're the one that stole the Pokedex! Like, huh? What? Go! It's your Pokemon here!
No, I would have genuinely loved that. That would have been great. Alright. But then after that, you basically just see the professor says, "Yeah, well, nothing much I can really do about it now. I just let the police do their job, so..." And they told me to just, like, leave it open and leave it be until they come back. So, nothing much I can do there. But, hey, in the meantime, though, I have this tray of Pokemon eggs. And you basically just see as he, like, shows you a tray of Pokemon eggs. And you basically see as he basically says, "Alright, so these were basically came from my benefactor friend, Mr. Pokemon." And he basically said, "On contact, these eggs are going to hatch a Pokemon." I've personally seen it happen 4 times now. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen to you as well. And he basically said, the real mystery is, what Pokemon will you get? And you basically see as all of these eggs are lined up for you. And you basically see as Iris looks at all of them. And she has her mind set on one. Now, you see as Iris just takes the egg. And Iris begins to see the moment she lays contact with it, the egg begins to crack. How does she react to a Pokemon being birthed in her own hands?
She will, kind of hold it a little bit tighter, just making sure, like, oh god, don't drop this. It's a little bit nervous for her, but at the same time, it's also very exciting, as this is going to be the start of her adventure.
And you basically just see as the egg slowly crack. And then, that's when you begin to see a dark silhouette within the egg. And you see as this strand of black, but also a strand of red begin to emerge with these light blue-like eyes. As you see as this Pokemon appears within your hands.
My life is complete now.
Your life is good.
My life is complete now. My life is complete now. Nothing can go wrong within life.
But yeah, you see now as this Pokemon appears in your arms, and you basically just see as it just lets out like a light yawn as it basically looks at you.
Oh my goodness. Before her eyes just light up. Like, you could, if this were an anime, you would see like little stars in it as she like picks it up and like just like gives it a big ol' hug. Like, you're so fluffy!
You just basically see as this Pokemon, as you just like hug it, it wasn't ready to be born and just like immediately just showered with affection. And you just basically just see as it at first just like, wait, what's happening? What's going on? And you basically see it's just like, it was not prepared. And you basically just see as the professor looks and says, oh, that's a bit funny. You're from Unova and you get a Unovan Pokemon.
I am going to love him. I am going to take care of him. He is so sweet,
Actually,
fluffy, adorable.
You see as the professor looks at it and says, actually, it's a her. And he basically says, all right, well, you two wait for a minute and I'll get you a Pokeball for him. And with that time, while Professor is trying to get that Pokeball, is there anything you'd like to do with your new Pokemon?
Pet.
Roll me
You'll
cool.
just
Roll me cool empathy.
Damn.
You just basically, as you try to give him her affection, and you basically just see as they are like, hey, no, stop it.
Oh,
You basically see as they basically just like no, basically like I would say, you know, like how like you basically teeth on your finger as if it's trying to say it's biting.
Ow. Okay.
It's still cute though. But then afterwards, you see as the professor comes back, he basically says, all right, I got a Pokeball right for her. Okay. He basically says, all right, stand still, go. Whoosh. You see as the ball shakes once in your hands, twice, 3 times, click. Congratulations. You've officially gotten your first starter Pokemon, a Zorua.
Oh my gosh, I need to think of a name for this little girl. Oh my gosh. What do I name her?
Right? And with that, the professor basically says to you, alright, now you're all set to start your Pokemon journey. Oh, but by the way, if you don't mind me asking, did you come here with anybody?
There was this cab driver. She was pretty cool.
Oh, so you're by yourself. Okay. And he basically says to you, okay then. Well, before anything, I would recommend that you actually travel along with some other people if you're gonna be going on a Pokemon journey, because it is dangerous out there, especially with all the Pokemon that seem to be roaming about. By the way, if you don't mind me asking, how are you when it comes to Pokemon battle?
Wait, I'm not supposed to tell you about that. She says she was about to say something. I was like, well, there's the whole school thing.
Okay. And he basically says, well then, with that then, do you mind if me as a Pokemon professor give you a refresher course?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Would I mind getting a refresher course real quick?
Okay. You basically see as he throws out a Pokeball and says, alright then, let's see how good you are with controlling your Pokemon. And you basically see as he throws out this Pokemon. This is one of my personal Pokemon, Centric.
I think I saw a few of those whenever I was coming over here.
Oh yeah, they're all over the region. You'll find one. You'll find a bunch of them. Just like give it like if you literally go out to the grass right now, I'm sure you'll find one. And with that, we're gonna start this battle.
Howdy, Future Me and I'm back again. Just want to make it really quickly when it comes to this battle. There isn't much you're really missing here. This is just another tutorial battle of me teaching the new player basically the system and how to properly play the game when it comes to Pokemon battles. Nothing much. They basically pass with flying colors.
And you basically you see with that, Professor returns his center and says, alright then, good job, and there's nothing I really need to worry about then. And he basically says, but I am still serious though. I think you should at least tag along with some other people. I do know some others who should be at the minute in Cherry Grove City. I could put you up with them if you're okay with working with people.
Wouldn't be against it, as long as it doesn't necessarily get in the way of the gym challenge.
Okay, perfect. Then that should be fine, because I think some of them are doing that as well. Basically, he gives you a piece of paper and says, just show this to them. This personally came from me. And they should be fine with you tagging along with them. Alright. And I'll basically... Oh, I basically can get Crystal to take you there. And basically just says... You basically see as he shouts, Crystal, can you come up here for a second? And you basically see as this girl appears.
Santa! Oh, wait. Not Santa.
Santa, bro. And you basically just see as he says, okay, Crystal, can you use one of your Pokemon and basically take this girl to basically Cherry Grove City so she can get there a bit faster to meet up with everybody else? Just to make sure she can get there on time. You basically just see as she looks and says, alright, Professor, that's no problem at all. And you basically see with that basically is where I'm going to end for your session 0, basically.
Bet.